complex Kryos next. But the thing is, when you're buying very expensive water block for your CPU, I am disgusted because it shows that you have to buy a special controller or hub USB for this one. So the things with vision is not really a thing, because you have to have other things, and that's a little bit disappointing. I thought that I will connect it to USB port and I will be able to steer with complex Kryos next from the system, but turns out it is not. So I will not be doing any test of this one this time. I think it might be the best one, but I am sorry, this is bad stuff. So today at the benchmark we have i9-7940 with beefy cooling, and so it should not be easy for it to do tests at 4.9 GHz. So we will see what are we at our bench table. What do we have here? 4.7. Okay, we will change it a bit. Okay, now we see we have 4.9 GHz, and the temperatures are about 30 degrees Celsius. We now have outside about 34 and in-house right now about 32. So we are below the temperature of the room, and we will perform first test at EKWB Velocity. Let us go with this one. So 4K recording, this is 4.9 gigahertz. It's preparing the test. We are about 70 degrees Celsius. The cores are quite even. We will go with overkill mode and very high priority. The fan that you hear is the fan for VRM. PSU entered the scene. We have 400 watts drawn by CPU packet power. CPU package is 81. And core max is 87, now 86. So we are quite below Intel specs. Okay, so we have our score. The score is fine. What we have here is, we'll put it into the note, EKWB Velocity X265. We have 88 package, 88 core max. That's our score for EKWB Velocity X265. And now what we will do is we will reset those temperatures, and we will get and play with W prime. So we will insert here 28 cores and start the benchmark here. Fine. And start the benchmark. Okay, so we have 38 seconds, and the core max was 85, and I'm sorry, well, it's a kitchen, and CPU package 86. So we will get that into the table. We have 80. Okay, and the third test we will do will be GPU P 1 billion. Resetting the temperatures. I just want to say that EK will also get worse notes for really not working RGB. Well, you can connect it, and it's quite new, so I think it should work, but it doesn't, so never mind. Okay. Said it was a kitchen. Anyway, so now we have our score and we have our max temperatures. So we would say this is so EKWB Velocity is made. Okay. So we will exchange the cooling and get to the testing. Okej, panowie, jesteśmy w systemie, jesteśmy na Glacier. No i mamy sobie nasze temperaturki. Sprawdzałem przed chwilą kilka razy, czy blok jest dobrze dociśnięty. Natomiast wynik jest taki. Mamy już tu 70 kilka, 80 stopni w przygotowaniu benchmarku. No i Doszliśmy już do 90 stopni i procesor się zatrzymał. Coś wydaje się być niechłodzone odpowiednio. Nie będę tego powtarzał, bo już powtórzyłem to z 2 razy na wersji angielskiej. Mam w tej chwili full stop. Zresetujemy go. Gdzieś dostaje nam się za dużo ciepła. Pytanie jak zawsze dlaczego. Oba bloki miały taką samą ilość pasty, więc nie mogę tu powiedzieć, że jest jakiś problem z tego punktu widzenia. Możliwe, że mają różne krzywizny. No ale załóżmy. Niby, że temperatury są dobre. Ups. Nie chciałem na jednym rdzeniu. Dobrze. Mamy 4,9. Bardzo szybko wchodzimy na wysokie temperatury. Są dosyć równe. No ale niestety procesor się nam wiesza, więc nie ma co robić tego dalej. Trzeba zobaczyć jak wygląda kwestia bloku. Guys, this will be the longest part. The longest, and I will tell you one thing. You will beep, you wouldn't believe it. Anyway, so right now we have EKWB Velocity at our bench table. We have cooling that is totally neglecting any differences from the cooling system. The fans are running at lowest RPM, the pumps are running at highest RPM. We are starting now the system. And this time we are checking Kryos next with Vision versus EKWB Velocity. As you have seen, Glacier C350i was not able to hold temperatures against EK, which was funny because it should be better. But now we have other thing. One of them costs $100, the second $160. About. Okay, so EK is on the table. EK was not put on the fresh paste. It was put yesterday after Kryos. So this is just right. Put it on. Okay. We are testing it at even lower frequency because 4.7 gigahertz. Okay, so we see it now, and we will have it here. The ideal temperature is about 29 to 30 degrees at EKWB Velocity. Now we are running benchmark HWBot X265. We'll run in 4K, very high priority. We'll see if it will go. Let's start. We will see the temperatures. .7 to 4.6 because it's using advanced vector instructions, so AVX 256 bits. Core and package are about 83 to 86 degrees max. We see differences about 13 degrees between lowest temperature core and highest temperature of core. .7 with regulated voltages on vCore and CPU input voltage. 36 frames. We are able to go even higher, but nevertheless 89, that's the score here at the low bottom. Okay, abort, reset. Go with this one. Sorry. This is i9-7980XE. And we're starting to running the benchmark at this. I'm resetting temperatures, so we will find our max. This will be long, I will try to make it short. 32,976. Doesn't matter. 88, 87 degrees Celsius. Okay. And the last benchmark is GPUP 3.3 1 billion. Temperature reset. AVX 256 at 4.6 gigahertz, so it's quite a beefy benchmark for it. 11 degrees differences on cores. the Kuplex Kryos next is here. So it is out of air. It is waiting for its turn. 81 degrees Celsius. Okay. So 80, 89, 86, 81. Again, I'm reminding you that is just put on the old paste, just exchanged. But anyway, we are disconnecting the system, closing, powering down. Have to take my RAM out. We are dismantling EKWB Velocity. There is much hate on EK those days, and I am not a fan because I am not really into water cooling all the time. Most of my coolings which I am using, which I was using, was IEOs. Anyway, let us see how it fits on the CPU. Okay, it doesn't fit very well. Okay, don't know why, but there was maybe not too much paste, but those were the temperatures of EK, which was not even very tightly on the CPU. Don't know why. Previously it was. You've seen on the previous benchmark. This time it wasn't. The temperatures were shown. Almost brand new. Okay, we're putting it aside, taking out the screws. Okay. Take this thermal paste. We will clean it up from the paste. Clean it with EPA alcohol. Now we will put a new paste. We will spread it evenly. And we will mount the second cooling. Kryos next version. We will now connect it to the USB. Insert RAM. And we are ready to go. Powering up the system. And it shows the temperature. Nice. Love it. Vision. Hello, Vision. Automatic VRM cooling. We are now getting into the system. Yes. Hello, my friends. I remind you, this is much more expensive cooling solution. Yesterday there were 34 degrees Celsius in here. I was sweating like in sauna. And anyway, let us try this one. Let's see the temperatures. The temperatures of idle are about 36 to 32 degrees. Water temperature, which will show here, will show us 31.1 degrees, 5 degrees. In idle, 5 to 7 degrees in idle, when it's just working a bit. Okay, let us try 4.7 HW bot X265 benchmark, 80 degrees, and loading the benchmark. Overkill, very high priority, 4K. Let's go. Nobody listen to techno. We've started. 88, 96, 97, 99. red spots. 100 degrees on package, 100 degrees on call 3. With this beefy cooling. (101 degrees) package and core max. There is no change in any specifics. 34.9 at out. The second part, of course, stopped. Doesn't really matter. Okay. CPU will be idling for a moment. Now we will see the temperature of the water. 33.5 degrees. Okay. Good. Let's go for another test. Advanced. 36 cores. Save. Run first quick. Second. Third. 1024. $97.96 on package. Hello. That was 85 degrees on EK water block. This is 97 degrees. The CPU is not evenly cooled. As we can see, the difference between cores are up to 16 degrees. I'm looking for even more. 76, 98. Big, huh? Yeah, that's right. Let's reset those temperatures and let's go to the third test. GPU 3.3, 1 billion P's. Starting now. 85. We've hit 81 degrees with this. 87, 91. This is 10 degrees higher on package and core max. 10 degrees higher. As I've said, because I said it, the fans are running about 670 RPMs right now. Okay? We will give a bit of advantage to our Kryos and we will put fans on high RPM. This is 20 fans blowing like a hurricane, I said like a hurricane. Okay, let's go now. We are dropping the temperature rapidly. Rapido. 32.7. We are still waiting, waiting. Yes, the temperature of the coolant drops. And you know what? We will leave those fans like this. Just like this. Yes, it's hot in here. Enough? Okay. Let's try now. Why not? Very high. Overkill. 4K. Go, Kryos, go, go. What am I seeing? 98 degrees Celsius. In the beginning of the test, 20%, 100 degrees. Funny, huh? Course stop. Part of CPU is overheating. Thank you. I'm taking down the RPMs of the fans. Okay. Well, what can we do now? We can exchange it again. Let's exchange it again. Well, the system is hanging a bit. I'm closing. Yeah. Close. The system. System hanged a bit. Killing in the name of. Well, okay, so nobody will tell me that I am mistaken. because the orientation of it was improper. Because the orientation in instructions is either way. Let's see our footprint. Footprint is great. Great, really great. I'm not joking. The Nexus has the best footprint from this all. Okay, so we will take it again. Take some paste off because we have it spread evenly here. We'll spread it nicely so there will be no bubbles. Damn! Where is it? 1, 2, 1, and where's the fourth one? Oh, yeah, let's see. We will put it on the other side because we can. That was the part of this project, so I can put it any way I want. Okay. Sorry, there was a call that I took it down, so yep, we're screwing it up again. Okay, I'm putting in the rams. Oh yeah, I'm sweating. Everything is awesome. Automatic VRM cooling. Pew. Yeah. Hello. It works every time. The temperature of the coolant is 31.4 degrees. Be ready to take off. Yeah. Funny. My God. Yes, well. So there's a problem. A bit. Just a bit. Pew. We will now check the Kryos next. in different orientation. Well, degrees didn't change in idle. The coolant is now delivery man. Okay. Really? (32.2 degrees). We will not even try to put this on low RPM. We are now putting it on with high RPM. (96 degrees on hit). Different orientation. So this orientation is the better one, you might say. (99 degrees), 98. With everything blowing as a tornado, 100 degrees. Hello, 4 cores are at red. Yes, yes. That is true. That is true. Okay, abort, reset. Reset those temperatures. V prime 36 cores. Save. Run benchmark. Run benchmark. (91, 92, 93). 93, 94. 94 degrees. With all that sound pressure. With all that sound pressure. 94 degrees. And the last test for now. Temperature reset. 87 on core max. 87, package and core 88. Okay, we've seen how it goes with AK and Aquacomputer Kryos next vision. Closing, 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 closing. One more test for this one. I know it's a long video. I'm trying to do it at one set, but people are calling and all the stuff. Vision, go out, vision. Okay. We'll go quietly. Anyway. Good. Again, perfect fit. Okay, perfect fit. Now we will take the old paste from Vision, taking it right off. Cleaning. Now putting the same paste on the block. Okay. The old paste. Yes? Old paste. Okay. Back to Velocity on old paste. Yes, the Kryos has better fitting because I'm sweating now. We're trying to push this down. Yes, yes. But we will succeed. We will succeed. We have to succeed. Okay. I didn't add the paste. I didn't put any more of the paste. This is just like it was. Okay, everything seems to be okay. 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 Starting right now. Automatic VRM cooling. Yes. It's getting hot in here. I'll take right off my clothes. I am getting so hot. I will take my clothes off. I'm joking. I won't like it. Anyway, into the system. Hello. And this is Velocity. Velocity. 33 to 46 degrees 32. Okay, almost similar. Now we are going to run the tests again on velocity, with low fun RPMs. Again. We are not giving time to accommodate. We are already 3 degrees Celsius lower than Kryos was. 4K, overkill, very high. Run the test. Run, yeah. Go, Johnny, go. Yeah. Let us see the temperatures. I remind you that we are on low RPMs. We didn't cool our coolant. And nothing is red. No, it is. But it's much hotter every time I run this benchmark, because somewhere in this small kitchen the temperature is getting higher. Okay, but only 2 cores were as hot. That's the first thing. As you can see, the coolant is quite hotter. We're not dropping the temperatures as we were before. But anyway, we have about 34 degrees on coolant, I think. We will reset the temperatures and go to double prime. 36 cores. we didn't cool the coolant, and we didn't even get to give it a try. Nothing's red. Nothing is red. And the last test. We're not even bothering to cool the coolant for EK. We're just putting the test to the test, and that is all. We have coolant that have been, you know, much hotter. Our automatic VRM cooling system is not showing that this is going right the hell high. 88 degrees on hot coolant and old paste. 89. Brutal, huh? 89, 89. Okay, so at the end, the EK, which have proven a lot of times that it's nice and basic, many people say basic, EKWB Velocity versus ultra very high, let's say, what does it say, the art of cooling experts in water cooling since 2001. Well, nice, yeah, okay, never mind. So yep, I paid a lot of this money for many different blocks. And now you see that the Glacier is not in fact better than the Velocity. It will overheat some parts of the CPU and it will stop. And also Kryos next with Vision is much worse than Velocity. In my tests, all of those blocks are brand new, delivered Velocity about 1 week or 2 weeks ago, and the other ones 2 days ago. All of the blocks were running for minimum 2 to 3 hours previously for benchmarking. So I'm sorry, this is my outcome in high overclocking or of high core count machines, especially CPUs. I'm sorry, I must say, I'm very disappointed in Aquacomputer Kryos next with Vision. This was my black horse since I was saying that, yeah, it is it has the best probably specifications, but you see, I think the cold plate is too small for those CPUs, and it's probably much more for LGA 2011 3. So those CPUs were not running that hot, but I think i7-6950X will be overheating in high overclocking also, because this is not a block for very high overclocking. EK proved itself to be different. Thank you very much. I think that's all.